Hi!
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, X Stitch and Chill. I am Kelsey, and this is my little corner of the internet all about cross stitch. If you're new here, welcome. Like I said, this channel is all about cross stitching, and I love to cross stitch while I watch TV because it keeps my hands busy. So I'm not always looking for snacks and things to do with my hands. I always have a cross stitch on hand that I can work on. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm excited to give you some more updates on what I've been working on. Not too many updates today, but I am excited to share a new thing and a bunch of progress updates on some others. Also, just to let you know, you can find me on Twitch. I'm typically streaming Wednesday afternoons and Sunday afternoons, and I love getting to chat with you guys on there and keep each other company while we work on our stitches. So I'll put that link down below if you'd care to join us on one of those streams. There's also a link to my Instagram and my Discord server. As of filming this, I'm like 4 followers away from having 1,000 followers on Instagram. So if you're not following there, head on over there and jump on because I will be doing a 1,000 follower giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, I'm sure the moment you are all so very excited for is the winner of my 500 YouTube subscribers giveaway. And if you'll remember, I am giving away a 12 slot bendy flip floss buddy from Bags Plus USA on Etsy. I showed it on the last video, but it was my mom's, so I gave it back. So I'll put a picture up of what it looks like. And I pulled those winners before filming, and they are Cassie Speech and Melanie Holm. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so excited to send you one of these awesome floss buddies. They are literally my favorite thing in the whole entire world. So I'm very excited to send them to you guys. Please leave a comment below and I will give you my email address so that you can email me your shipping address and what fabric of the 12 pocket that you want. Congratulations, you guys. I will be doing another giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So share with all your buddies and we can be one big happy YouTube family. But for now, congratulations to Cassie's Beach and Melanie Holm for winning the 500 subscriber giveaway. All right, so moving on, I have a new start. And I was gonna talk about it in the last FlossTube, but then I decided it was getting too long and it was too much, so I skipped it. But we're gonna talk about it on this FlossTube. So my husband and I are big F1 fans. As you might know, I have an F1 stitch that I work on F1 weekends, which there hasn't been an F1 weekend because they skipped a race, so we have like a 4-week gap of races. But I was seeing people do like the tracks, like the outline of the track, and I thought it would be really cool to do one kind of like as one big project for my husband and give it to him for Christmas. And I was gonna stitch like the track every weekend, but if it's a gift, I want it to be a surprise, so I don't want to work on it while he's around. So he is traveling for work quite a bit, so I think when he's gone is when I'll try and get as many tracks as I can done. He also works some nights and everything, so I think I should be able to get it done by Christmas. Feels like a long time away, but I know it'll be here before I know it. So anyway, I am doing those tracks and then the names, and I'm going to try and put them all on one fabric. There are 23 tracks. So this is what I was going to talk about last time, is that I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to fit all of these tracks on there because they're all different sizes and widths, and the names are longer than others, and it's just like impossible to figure out, and everyone has them just like as separate patterns. I was like, I can do this, I can put it all in one pattern. I can't do it on 18 count because I don't think it will fit. I can't find a big enough piece of Aida to put that on, so I'm gonna have to do something different. So I decided I was gonna try linen because I found the perfect color and I absolutely love the fabric, but stitching on 20 gauge count linen is not my favorite thing in the world. I've done one track and I've done a little bit of the name for one. I think I'm gonna have to redo the name though because you can't really read it. But anyway, this is the first track, which is the Bahrain circuit, and you can kind of see the fabric here, but it is teeny tiny. teeny tiny stitches. So I am doing this 2/1 tent stitch because I think it looks fine and I don't want to have to deal with crossing everything. But like this is my piece of fabric. It's humongous. I got this fabric from 123 Stitch, and it's a Harold Cashel linen, and it's 28 count, like I said, and it's like this green, which is the color of the team my husband likes. So, yeah, but I have and then I have this one tiny racetrack. So maybe it's too big, but I was thinking I left a lot of space up at the top. I could also put it at the bottom, but putting like some kind of like F1 season 2023 racetracks or something like that. Because sometimes they add new racetracks, they don't go to other racetracks and everything. So that is what I'm doing for this. I kind of like go through this phase where when I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. And then I look at it again, I'm like, oh my God, it is horrible. This is absolutely, I hate it. But I think I'll keep working on it because even like just starting this one, like the stitches at the beginning aren't great. Like on this straight right here, like they got a little smushed. I think I just need to practice. So I'm going to soldier on with some of the other racetracks and see where it gets me. But yeah, this is my first time working on linen, and this is the highest count I've ever worked on. So I got better as I stitched. So, but the back stitching, again, like this, I did it 2 strands for the back stitch because I wanted to make sure it really showed up. But I'm not sure that the red is the right color for it. And I definitely need to do, I think, 1 strand. I think 2 strands is too fat. I also tend to do like a lazy back stitching where I just like go from A to B. And sometimes that doesn't look very good either. So yeah, this one definitely needs some work. You'll be seeing this one in more FlossTube's updates and how I feel about it, and if I'm getting any better at stitching on linen and 28 count linen at that. So this one's really fun to work with because it's like so much fabric. I got that design from Zoomy Stitches on Etsy, and it's all of them in one thing, but they're all like separate. So we'll see how it goes. This is an experiment for all of us. So that fabric is a piece of haul, and I have some other haul, so I'll save it till the end when we get to the haul section. The next one is, it was a start last week that I didn't really start, but now it is a whip. So, I guess it's kind of a new start. I don't know. Anyway, it is the Heart of the Seasons stitch along that I am doing with some of my friends on Twitch. And if you are interested in joining, you can always join. We are doing all of the seasons from the Heart of the Seasons pattern group from Little Dove Stitches on Etsy. And we are starting with spring. So the idea is to do spring from now until the end of May, and then in June, July, August we'll do summer, and then in September, October, November we'll do the autumn one, and then in December, January, February we will do the winter one. So they're little hearts, and they have really cute little, I'll put a picture up here, but they're all kind of similar but different, and they're super cute, and they're really fun to stitch, actually. So I'm working on spring right now. I hope I can finish it by the end of May. We're going to be gone for a little bit. We'll get into that too. But here is where I am now. And like I said, I just started this like right after the last FlossTube. So this is my progress on it. So I am working on the upper left-hand part of the heart, and I've got pretty much all of this done. So my greenhouse is done, my hearts right here is done. These are going to be daffodils. There's a daffodil in that pot. These flowers are done. There's some back stitching that needs to get done on the birds still, but I've been making really good progress on it. It's really fun to work on. And I love the colors. It's so pretty. I just ordered the rest of the colored Adas that I'm going to need for them because my mom's been having a hard time finding them. So I was like, I better order them if I see them. So I ordered the other colors for the other seasons. This one is an 18 count Zweigart light blue. I believe it's Zweigart. It might be Witchlet. Witchelt. I don't know. Anyway, it's light blue. So I've been working on that one. Again, if you want to join us, you just have to get the patterns off of Etsy from Little Dove Stitches. And we are using the hashtag Heart of the Seasons Sal on Instagram, and you can also join the Discord and put your updates in there if you want. And links and everything to that will be down below in the description box. All right, next. So I decided I was going to focus on Deathly Hallows this month and not stitch on Schitt's Creek. I would not say I have gotten as much done as I would have hoped, but I think the last time you guys saw this one, I had just finished page 2. So I started working on page 3 and I was going to use the parking method. So we'll talk about that in a second. And now here we are. So I've gotten a good portion of this top part done. Not as much as I would have liked to have gotten done at this point, but still a good amount. So you can see I have a couple threads parked still, but I have given up on the parking method. I don't think that the parking method is for me. I felt like at first, like starting all the threads and like doing a couple stitches and then stopping was hard because you were starting so many threads. And then it was easy when I was working through the threads, and then I gave up because I would be like, oh, I'm supposed to stop now, but there's a couple more. And then I would just keep going and going and going. And the next thing I know, I've cross-countryed across the whole thing and done all the color. I'm not entirely sure it's right for me. I might use it sparingly, but I don't think I'm going to use it as for its intended use. I feel like I haven't quite gotten enough done on this one that I wanted to get done, but there's still some time in April left. We still have like a week. So I'll try to get into it. I honestly haven't been like super excited to pick up this stitch for some reason. I think maybe because I've been dealing with a lot of headaches lately, and this one just kind of gives me a headache just because it's so many colors and the colors are all over the place and I have to really concentrate on it. I feel like the last 2 days I felt a lot better about picking up this stitch. So maybe I just needed a short break from it. Hopefully we can finish the page by the end of the month, but that is a very, very ambitious goal, and I don't think that's actually going to happen, but we try. All right, moving on to my next whip, which is the Farming Magic Stitch Along by Flossie Fox Shop. Last time you guys saw it, I had just finished part 3, and then I was starting to work on part 4, which I had just gotten. I've gotten a good chunk of part 4 done. This is what part 4 will look like when it's finished. And this is where I am. So I've gotten some pretty good progress on it. I've gotten some flowers done, the tree, most of my goat and my ducks have been finished, but not too much. I kind of have slowed down on this one for a specific reason, and that is because we are headed to the UK in about a week, and maybe 2 weeks. And it's around the same time that part 5 comes out, and I don't want to take one of my bigger stitches, and I feel like I don't really have a smaller stitch aside from this one, so I will be taking this with me to the UK while we are there to work on, and then I should have part 5 like around when we leave, so I'll be able to be on top of that. But I'm going to bring this one. I think I'm going to take it out of the Q-snap and put it into a hoop just because it's not as bulky. And then this one will hopefully, the next FlossTube will be finished with part 4 and maybe started part 5. But yeah, I think with this one, the thing I struggle with the most is the colors jump around so much that I get, you know, you start with like, there's the brown is in the tree and then it's down here, and like the blue, there's like just a few blue stitches over here and then they're here and then over here. And like, just like the bouncing around of colors and not having like a consistent chunk of any color is not frustrating. It's just kind of like taxing, I guess. So I want to work on this one while I'm in the UK, because I think it will be a great one to work on the plane and while we're there. There's going to be road trips happening, so I should have plenty of time to work on it while we're there. So the next stitch that I have to share with you is my temperature stitch. I'm all caught up to April 14th on this one. And it's gotten so much easier to do because now that the spiral is like starting to complete, I can just stitch on it. I don't have to like count and make sure. I can just like, it's all rows and columns now. There was a couple really warm days, so the colors are gonna look a little outrageous, but here is my temperature stitch so far. You know, it's kind of big, it's hard to fit it all in there, but so it starts January 1st is down here at the bottom, and then it goes around and it's going to go in this spiral all the way to the center. So you can see at the top there's a couple yellow and orange days. Then these are all going to be blues and purples because it got really cold again. It was like really warm, and like 2 days ago it snowed, and I knew it was going to snow. And I was like, oh, it's not going to snow much. And then I woke up and there was like almost 2 inches of snow out on the grass and stuff. It didn't stick to the roads or anything, but still, I was a little surprised. But it's kind of weird because it's all blues and purples, and then all of a sudden I did some yellows and oranges. You know, a lot of greens, but so yeah, this has been fun to work on. I've been tracking the weather for the last week or so, but I just haven't caught up with it yet. So hopefully before we leave for our trip, we can get caught up again. I feel like it's one of those things where you're like, I did it, I'm caught up. And then a week later, you're like, oh, I got to do it again. Great, cool. All right, and the last one that I have to share with you guys is my own design, and I did work on it a little bit. I had restarted this one a couple FlossTubes ago, and then I restarted it, and I've been blending 2 colors together. So I did do a blend of the colors, like one of each strand to stitch on here, but I'm stitching this on a 14 count, so it will be quite large. And this is where I am right now. So this is kind of like an outline, and then this light blue fades into this purple, and you can't really see it, but some of those strands are both purple and blue, which I wasn't sure if I was gonna like or if you were gonna even notice, but I do think I like it. I think it kind of adds a little more into that fade. So I'm not really sure how I did it because I wasn't paying attention as to which stitches, because on the pattern it's just one color. So, one color and then another color. So when I decided to merge the two, I don't know where I did it. So when I get down to the next merge, it's going to be an adventure. Figure out what the heck I did. But yeah, that's mine. I haven't shown anybody what it's going to look like in the end. So, but this is just what it looks like now. So like I said, I had a little bit of haul, which was the green linen fabric that I got from 123 Stitch for the F1 stitch. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you have any tips and tricks for stitching over one on a tiny, tiny thread count, I would love to hear them. Please leave me a comment and be like, tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets. Because I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants at this point. So along with that haul, I did go to my local stitching shop because I wanted some fun threads to use on that stitch instead of just using plain DMC. And so I went there and I got 2 threads for it. So the white, which is what the tracks are stitched in, and the red, which the names are going to be stitched in, which It's up for debate if I'm going to keep that, but here it is. So I got, this is the classic Colorworks Shabby Sheep, and it's just a nice little like taupey cream white. I don't really know how you would describe it, but it's got some brown in there. It's a little variegated, so it's really pretty. I like that one. So this is what the tracks are being stitched in. And then I got this one, which is for the names of the tracks, and it is a Weeks Dye Works, and it's called Louisiana Hot Sauce. So I did not pick it for the name. I picked it for the color, but it's a nice red, and it is, I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little variegated. It's got some darker reds in there as well as the bright red. So I got those two beautiful colors at my local stitching shop. I went in there and I didn't really know what I wanted. And all of their thread is, they don't have it like hanging. It's all like in like plastic bins. So you have to like pull out the plastic bin, and there's like 6 colors in that plastic bin. And I must have pulled out every freaking plastic bin that they had just to see. I was like, I know I want like this light color, and I know I want like this color. And so I spent a lot of time there. And pulling out all of their boxes. I put them all back. It's very nicely organized, so it's easy for me to like pull things out and put them away. But still, you're like, it's so quiet in there, and all you can hear is me pulling out all of the boxes. But that is all I have as far as stitchy stuff. Again, congratulations to the 2 winners of the 500 subscribers giveaway. Leave a comment down below so I can get that information from you. And if you were just here for the stitchy stuff, thank you so much for watching. Please help this channel continue to grow with a like, a comment, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And we will see you in the next stitchy update. If you also want to hear about the chill things, let's get into that. So chill things, I keep talking about this trip to the UK. So my husband is a software engineer, but he is also a dance instructor. So he had the opportunity to go to the UK to teach at a dance studio over there. So we'll be in the Birmingham area while he's teaching, and then there was a lot of debate as to where we were going to go after that. We wanted to go to Paris, but unfortunately that's not really an option at the moment because a lot of the monuments are closed due to their rioting and things. So we had to like shift gears. So now we are planning on going to Cornwall and seeing all the beaches and stuff. It's probably not going to be beach weather, and it's probably going to be raining and all that good stuff. But we've been to Iceland. We know what it's like to still go adventuring in the rain and the snow and the sleet and the wind. So we are totally fine with that. But we're really excited. If you are from the Cornwall area or you haven't visited the Cornwall area, go ahead and comment down below like some things we should do. I have an idea, but we have about 4 days there. So trying to figure out what we're going to do. And then we'll be in London since we fly in and out of London, and we're going to spend not very long there, maybe 1 or 2 days. But yeah, we're really excited for this trip. It's all kind of been last minute. We still have only just decided that that's what we were going to do, is do Cornwall. And so we haven't booked anything besides flights to London. And then all of our stuff up in the Birmingham area is like taken care of, but for the work stuff. But then the rest of the trip we're on our own and we haven't done anything. So we're just, we'll still have fun. We'll figure it out. Not worried about it. So with chill things, my husband and I have still been plugging through his Dark Materials. It's like 8 episodes. I don't know why we have such a hard time finishing them. But for some reason, we're just like, you know, he works late sometimes. He's very stressed with the competition that he's going to and for dance. And so it kind of is like, I get it. Yeah, that's not exactly what we've been wanting to do, to relax. So hopefully we can finish that soon. I've been keeping up with Ted Lasso. I've been enjoying this season. It's a little more dramatic than normal, but the Jamie's character has been really fun lately. So I've been enjoying that and keeping up with that. I actually finished watching my second go through of The Good Place, and The Good Place is an absolutely amazing show. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's on Netflix, so you can binge all, I think there's 4 or 5 seasons. I think there's only 4. So it's so good. It's funny. It's so heartfelt. I cried again. I knew what was going to happen. I still cried by myself on the couch. But definitely go check out that show because it's so funny. It's such a great show. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I also have been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 4. I had watched up to season 3, and season 3 got really depressing at the end, and then the start of season 4 was really like depressing, so I stopped watching for a little while, and I was like, okay, now I'm ready to get back into it. So I've been watching season 4, catching up because season 5 just came out. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up eventually. I know I'll be sad when I catch up because they release them every week, so I won't have bingeable episodes anymore after season 4. But I love that one. That one's on Amazon Prime if you haven't watched it. It's really great. We also went and saw the Super Mario movie in the movie theater. We actually went and saw it in 3D, which was pretty fun. It wasn't too crazy, but as far as like the 3D elements, but it was a good time. Definitely would recommend seeing that if you are a Mario fan. Indian Matchmaking is back on Netflix, and I love that show, and I am very much looking forward to Aparna just like slaughtering everybody that Seema Auntie sends to them because she's just kind of the worst. She's very picky. But yeah, there's a couple other characters that have been people that have been in it in seasons before too. So I've only watched like half of an episode though, because I just noticed it was on yesterday and I only had time to watch half an episode. So excited for that one. And then I also saw that the girl who plays the main character in Wellmania has a stand-up. And so I really want to watch that on Netflix. I just haven't gotten around to pushing play on it, but I am excited because I thought she was really funny in Wellmania. So hopefully her stand-up's good. I didn't know that she did stand-up, so it should be fun. And then finally, I've actually not watched a ton of TV because I've been playing The Sims 4 lately. The Sims is something I've been playing since like the original Sims came out, and it's one of my favorite games, and it's just ridiculous. And so now Sims 4 is out, and they keep talking about Sims 5, but they also keep talking about other life simulators similar to The Sims that are coming out soon. So that's exciting because I feel like we've only ever had The Sims, and it definitely can be improved. But I have been playing that a lot lately, and that is something that like you can't just sit down and do for an hour. Like that's like a 4-hour dedication because otherwise you feel like you don't get anywhere. Your Sims are just stuck in the same place. So I randomly selected a YouTube video, and then I kept watching YouTube videos of people playing The Sims 4, and I'm like, oh, I want to play The Sims 4. It's been so long since I've played. So I've been enjoying doing that when I'm not stitching. And so yeah, that's been like a really fun little deviation from all the other hobbies that I have been enjoying. I think that's everything. I'm trying to keep this short, but I don't know if I'm doing a very good job. And my camera's battery is about to die. So we're gonna finish this up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, or leave a comment down below if you are interested in helping me plan my Cornwall trip. Or if you have any tips about the 28 count linen. But for now, we will see you guys in the next video, which probably won't be for 3 weeks because I will be gone. But I am really excited to get you updated on everything after that. So with that, we'll see you next time. Bye.